Hello student, this is Suman Sharma from SVM Sinidi and this is the another video for class 10. In this video, we will study the heating effect of electric current. Here, student, we must have seen that in our home there are variety of appliances that run on electricity like bulb, fan, heater, iron. All these appliances run with the help of electricity. Here, the same electricity makes the bulb glow, the same electricity makes the fan rotate, electricity heated up the heater and iron. So, how the electricity behaves in all these appliances? When the electricity passes through the appliances, then all the appliances get heated up. For example, when we switch on the bulb and the bulb is glowing for a long period of time, then the bulb gets heated up. So, we can say that when electricity passes through the appliances and the appliances gets heated up, this effect of heating up is known as heating effect of electric current. Here, it is also written that when a current flows through a conductor, heat generates in the conductor. The heating effect of electric current depends on the three factors. First, the resistance. Higher the resistance produces more heat. Second, the time for which the current flows. The longer the time, the amount of heat production is high. And third, higher the current, the amount of heat generation is also large. So these are the three terms on which the amount of heat depends. Hence, the heating effect produced by an electric current I through a conductor of resistance R for a time t is given by the equation H is equal to I square RT. This equation is known as Joule's law of heating effect or Joule's equation of electrical heating. Now, we will derive the formula for the heat. Here, as you can see in the image that when the electric charge Q moves against the potential difference V, so the amount of work done is given by the equation this. So work done is equal to charge multiplied with the potential difference. This is considered as equation 1. And from the definition of current, we know that the charge per unit time is called current, and from this equation we can find the expression for the charge, that is Q is equal to IT. This is the another equation, and from Ohm's law we know that V is equal to IR. This is the third equation. So we have to remember all these equations. Now here from the first equation, that is work done is equal to charge multiplied with potential difference, and we know that charge is equal to IT, so we will put that IT here, and we know that potential difference is equal to IR, that is IR. So work done becomes I square RT. All the electrical work done or the electrical energy consumed is converted into the heat energy. So it can also be written as that heat is equal to I square RT, which is the required formula. Now, this formula gives us the heat produced in joule. When I amount of current flowing in a wire or a conductor having the resistance R ohm for the period of time T seconds, and this is known as Joule's law of heating. Joule's law states the amount of heat production in a conductor is that the heat is directly proportional to the square of the electric current flowing through it. Second, the heat is directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor. And third, the heat is directly proportional for the time for which the electric current flows through the conductor. These are the three factors. Now, in the next slide, there are some applications of heating effect of electric current. First is the electric heater and water heater. Here, when these appliances are connected with the supply of electricity, then they become hot, but the wire remains the cold. These devices consist the nichrome wire, which has very high resistivity, and as it has very high resistivity, it means it has high resistance. So heat produced is directly proportional to the resistance of the material through which the conductor is flowing. That means heat is directly proportional to the resistance, and if any material has high resistance, that means the production of heat in this case is also high. So the electric heater and water heater works on the principle of heating effect of electric current. Here, the next application is electric bulb. As you can see in the slide, that the filament of the electric bulb consists of tungsten, which has a high melting point, approx 3380 degrees Celsius. And a filament is enclosed in a glass envelope which is filled with the nitrogen and argon gas. Since the resistance of this thin filament is very high, the amount of heat production is large, same as the electric current flows through the filament. Due to the large amount of heat production, the filament bulb becomes white hot, and hence the filament of the bulb emits light and heat. The heat energy developed in the tungsten is simply converted into the light energy, and this light what we see when we switch on the light bulb. As you can see that bulbs have a filament coil-like structure inside them, and the current passes through them in this image, and this filament is made of tungsten, which has very high resistance. As it has very high resistance, so it produces the more amount of heat when the current passes through it, and when the filament heats up, it becomes white hot and it produces light. Now, the next application is electric fuse. Firstly, a fuse wire is a device which is generally used in a porcelain container, and it is used for the protection of circuit. And a fuse wire is an alloy of 50% of lead and 50% of tin, and it has the melting point of 200 degrees Celsius. So, a fuse is always connected in series with the appliances. You have to remember this point, that a fuse is always connected in series with the appliances. Here, fuse wire is a material with the high resistance, so it gets heated when more amount of current flowing through the conductor, and when it heated up, then the wire melts and it breaks the electrical circuit. Whenever there is any kind of fluctuation or short circuit or any overloading, as you can see that it is also written here that wire consists of some material melt quickly and break when large electric current passes through them. These wires are used for making electric fuse. All electrical circuit in all buildings consist of electrical fuse. There is a maximum limit on the current which can safely flow through a circuit. If by accident the amount of current exceeds, then the wire may overheat it and it causes a fire. So, if a proper fuse is there in a circuit, it will blow off and break the circuit, and in this way all the appliances connected become safe. So, a fuse is a safety device which prevents damages to the electrical circuit and possible fires. When large electric current flows through a circuit and hence through the fuse wire, the large amount of heat production occurs, and due to that large amount of heat, the wire melts and it breaks the electric circuit. So, this is the application of heating effect of electric current. Now, in the next slide, here the electric iron. Electric iron also works on the principle of heating effect of electric current. Here, the element of the electric iron constitutes alloy having a high melting point. So, electric heater and geyser work on the same mechanism as electric iron. So, these are the some applications of heating effect of electric current, and after this the chapter is completed. So, thank you so much.